Hi, I'm Cody. Welcome to KCC Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. Today we're interviewing some of our fathers from KCC, and we have a couple questions for them, so we hope you enjoy. Hey, drink the milk. Don't drink the milk. Don't drink the milk.
You can't drink.
Don't drink the milk. Hey, teach us.
That's hot. That's the hot I don't like. I got tears coming out my eyes. Yeah.
What's your favorite memory from fatherhood?
All of them. Yo, this thing smoked me already. Something's wrong here.
Oh, this was asking about the Bible. It's because this is all I need for this competition.
Man, let's just go, man.
It tastes like old people candy.
And everything, and I caught it in my shirt, and we just walked right into the shower.
What was the question again?
I'll go.
Are you gonna drink that?
How about no? You. Help the hell.
I think this light's just real bright. That's why I'm sweating.
Well, this to me is a Luke 16 week.
What's one lesson your dad taught you that you're now trying to pass on your own kids?
To be present. My dad really wasn't that present in my life, and me in my early fatherhood stages, I wasn't really very present. I was more worried about what I was doing in my life, and now that I have Jesus, him being the example of a father, being present for my children as much as I can, I think is the most important thing.
You know, I had a dad that was present, but I think something that's important that he didn't do that I think I kind of learned from not seeing it was when I'm wrong to let my kid know, hey, I made a mistake. You know, I think it means a lot to them. You know, I think there's a lot of value, you know, whenever you're able to say, hey, I messed up. How can we work through this? You know, this is what I was trying to do. This is where we got. So how do we fix this, you know?
Slow to speak, like think about what you say before you say it. You know, because it goes right along the lines of, you know, be careful little ears what you hear, because, man, they hear everything you say and they see everything you do. So be mindful of
Be a good example.
be a good example. Be mindful of saying
What is one last word of advice you'd have for fathers?
Patience, like not just with your kids, but like with yourself. I think for me, I learned so much patience from my kids. I think the hardest part for me was like early on, it was like, you know, you kind of wanted this heavy hand, and then you just learned that it's just not necessarily the right way to do things. So sure. I think for me, it was trying to extend the mercy and grace that I was given, that God's given to me, to try to extend that to my kids.
Listen to your kids.
Same.
Unsolicited advice is not always what they need. Listening to your kids and listening to their heart, listening to their issues and the things that they have, and no matter how old they are, sometimes they're not there for you to give them a lecture. Sometimes they just need a hug, man.
Try to be the father you want your daughters to marry. I'm not saying you're perfect. We're perfect. I'm not perfect. We have our issues and we're still growing. But be the best example you can be, so they know what to look for and come to expect as they grow and mature.
Be a teachable father. I think that was one of the hardest things for me coming up, because I came up in a family where we were told what to do and never explained. And as I got married, my wife was like, explain. I was like, there's no explaining. You just do what I say. And I wasn't a teachable dad back then, and things were very difficult.
Teaching kindness to your kid, especially when you were talking about COVID and that lockout, people really kind of forgot, some of the young people, how to interact with one another, and the bullying and things like that. Teaching your children kindness, let them see it, you know.
So we have what's called Dan's Holy Fire House Off.
Is there
Wait.
You said Bobby talking about?
Is this like Dan Klein?
Is this especially like
Dan Klein.
I would like, if they can zoom in on this, because I would raise funds for Dan to dye his beard. And don't shape it like this.
Well, Dan, I'm going to give him a thumbs up on this. He's pretty proud.
That was welcome. Wait, which one is my second one? The left or the right?
I don't know what.
Oh, this one got better. You can't taste it, man. That wasn't fair, man. Y'all cooked me right from the jump, man.
There's a hole where your stomach used to be.